Hi, this is a workflow video. I'm going to focus in on the project area and also multiple projects in Premiere. Right now I'm recording this whole screen, and this is the recording application using Streamlabs. There's also OBS, which will play on Mac and PC, and you can use that for recording and setting up your shots. As I'm talking, you can see the input level of the microphone, and as it gets closer, of course it gets louder, and a little further away. Part of this whole scenario would be recording a clip and then leading through the process of bringing it into Premiere. Here's a previous project that I'm working on in Premiere, and I didn't separate into projects. I could go under File, New Project, and create a whole new project, and that new project will have access to the other project's assets as well. And if I want to close a project, that would be under File, Close a Project. I only have one project open now, and I'm not making a new project. We could talk about multiple projects in a future video. Here, I'm thinking this is all part of the same piece. I'm developing resources for our lesson. Click on this icon, which is a new bin, or right-click, and you'll get the menu of new bin. So, clicking here makes a new bin, and a bin is a folder for organizing assets. I'm going to call this Lesson 2. Within my Lesson 2 folder, I'm going to import my assets. I'm going to double click to get within that bin, and now I'm in that bin and there's nothing in here. To get back up to the higher level, click here to go to the next top level, and there it is. We're at the top level of this whole project. So clicking on a folder to dive inside, clicking on this icon, and click open. Here's all my files. Now that I have all these files within here, I'm going to deselect, and I'm looking at the files as an organization not of thumbnails, but here it's a list view. I could toggle between the list view, this folder is in list view, and I could toggle into icon view. List view gives you a lot of good information, such as frame rate of the video. We're interested a lot in the media duration. How long is a clip? Use this slider on the bottom to drag to see the various attributes. The video that covers logging and footage will also deal with adding more of our own custom attributes so we can label the clips, and by being able to label them within here, it'll allow you to be a more efficient editor later on. Alright, I'm going to create a new sequence by selecting sequence here, or by going under File, New Sequence there. I'm going to call this Lesson 2, and this is part A of it. I'll click on OK, and here's my Lesson 2, and that's already the focus here. There's another sequence that's right over here that you could toggle between your different sequences on this panel. If I close this sequence, now this panel is only focusing on here, the Lesson 2A sequence. If I on purpose or accidentally close that sequence, back to the main empty space, double clicking here will open up that sequence again. If I go up one level and I look for the sequence icon, which is that icon. This is an audio icon, a video and audio icon, saying that this imported asset has video and audio attached to it. As you roll over the image, it'll scrub through it. This is the sequence. If I double click it, it's going to open up in this timeline. You might want to have sequences open because you might want to copy, Command C, and go to the other sequence and paste it. This way you could copy a video segment that you're working on, like a title treatment, and propagate it to other sequences. I'm going to delete because that's not what I wanted to do. The next part is dealing with the way footage gets inserted. I'm going to go to Lesson 2. I'm going to pick a medium length piece of video and just drag it to the timeline here. Keep my existing settings. I'm going to take another piece of footage. If I just drop it on top of here, it's going to do an insert. So it just inserted that new clip right there. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to take this and just drag it to the end so one follows the other. Is just to take a clip and just drop it anywhere. And that just inserts it right there. If you hold down the control key and drag that footage, you'll see that the icon will change into a bunch of arrows pointing to that it's going to insert or push off to the right side to make room for this. When I let go of the mouse button, everything is pushed over. Here's this little extra space that I can go into and right click, ripple delete. I'll do that again. Let me just delete this. Hold down the control key and drag, and it's going to make room. Now, if these clips were a little closer, let's say here, and I do that, control drag, right now it's going to insert it in front of all these clips and push everything to the right. Or, I know there's a clip right here. These are two separate clips, right? And there's not enough room to put this longer clip in here. Just doesn't fit. By using the control key and dragging and dropping and letting go at the end of the first clip, it's going to push the second clip off to the right. Just like that. So it's non-destructive to your timeline.